Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video I'm going to go over a small amount of cards that I have in for consignment, as well as a small amount of cards that I've bought. And I'm going to talk about them a little bit, and then we will open up some Surging Sparks. Probably the last chance we get to open up some of these, to where it's the main focus before Terrestrial Festival comes out on the Japanese side, and then eventually we will get, what was it? Prismatic Evolutions. I always want to say Paradox, something or another. Alright, so I've got in for the first time some Stitch cards. That's kind of cool. These were prize. Or it says they were set championship prizes. I really don't know too much about them, but they seem to be doing pretty good. Got Mickey Mouse there. If you guys know this card, you're like, hey, they should be Magician of Faith, but it says Sangan. So, not sure what happened there, but DB1 Dark Beginnings. Pretty old. Still not the original, but 20 years old. Here we have some World Championship cards. If you guys don't know anything about those, they put these out once a year. They started in 2004. And you can see like it actually has World Championships and it has a year. It's got some cool colors kind of going on the back. And then on the front side, they always have a silver border and then the signature of whose ever deck that was. And typically there's 4 different decks that take a top prize, and well, there could be more than that for like they get the top, but there's 4 decks themselves that get printed into the World Championships, and you can see they've got a signature right there, which that's a printed signature. He doesn't go through and sign all the cards. You can actually order these through like distribution, and for a while there, this was something that it was kind of like a play for me, especially when I sold raw cards, because you could get playable cards, and it was like they were proxies, but they weren't fake. So like if you wanted to run the World Championship deck from 2006, you could literally buy it, and then you could sell cards like Flareon EX. You get a couple bucks out of them. I mean, because in that deck, you're going to have Jolteon, Flareon, you're going to have, there's an Umbreon, there's several other really good cards, and you've got trainers that are playable too. Sometimes trainers that are promos that are limited, like I think there was a Tropical Beach in one of them, and that card, I mean, it was like 50 bucks or something. But these decks, if you get them through distribution, I mean, you're going to pay like $10 a deck. There's a Mew EX, Regirock EX, got an Umbreon. Some of these were really tough. I used to collect, try to find all the ultra rares from all the decks, and the evolutions, I think it was Fly V's or something like that. Really tough. Well, actually it tells you the name of the deck. Evolutions right there. Mewtrick. It's kind of cool. BLS. There's a few gold stars you can get out of them. I know you can get the Jolteon, maybe Latios or Latios. I can't remember. We've got a Azumarill, or is it Azumarill? Tell me which one you think. Got Pichu, Politoed, got a Rhydon, got a Dark Charmeleon from Team Rocket. And that's it for consignment. These should be ending on Sunday, so 2 days from now. Now I'm going to show you guys some stuff that I picked up. Either I got these through Fanatics or I got them through Probestein or ZNG. Like, those are the most likely scenarios. This one I picked up, I'm pretty sure it was off Fanatics. I've noticed that the English Blastoise, I went to bid on the one from ZNG, but the Pristine for that was more than 2 times the English PSA 10. So that seemed a little bit like out there, because most of the time the Pristines have like maybe a 20% premium. Sometimes they don't have a premium at all. But like this one, I want to say it was about a 20% premium, something like that. There's a Venusaur. I really like these. Anytime these come up, I just bid on them. I think the Sleepy V, the Charizard V-Star. Now, I realize these don't come from the Ultra Premium collection on the Japanese side. They actually come in the set, V-Star Universe, the high-class set. Except for the VMAX. I don't think that they don't have that on the Japanese side, do they? Or did they print that? Blaine's Charizard. I think I picked this up for 4,200 bucks, somewhere in that range. Got a nice swirl there, pristine. I think this is my first edition Charizard in a pristine, which there's only 5 first edition English Charizards. You got the Dark Charizard, both hollow, non-hollow. You got the Blaine's Shining, and then you have base first edition. Nice looking Politoed. Now, I haven't heard the best of things about PGC, so I did want to make sure that if I bid on this stuff that I went through and I checked the condition. This one right here, I believe this this is actually really nice condition. The only thing, the centering isn't perfect on it, but other than that, I believe this one might have a shot at crossing over. Definitely there's nothing on the back, which that's kind of common. Either it has a decent amount of edge wear right out of the pack, or it's almost flawless on the back for Neo Genesis. What you typically want to look for are print lines. I didn't really see any print lines. It does have a nice swirl. The centering isn't perfect, but I think this one might have a shot to cross over. And then this one right here, I believe is probably more 8-9 condition. And it's not because of the centering or the back condition. I think it's mostly because of the print lines. There we go. You can kind of see there's like 3 prominent print lines. They're not super deep, but they are there. So I don't think that this one will cross. But it is kind of cool that it says that it's a gray dot error. I haven't even really looked for the gray dot. I think there's 3 different errors for this card, if that's an actual one. I know there's 2 different red dot ones. Like there's one here, and then there's like another red dot you can find down in the description somewhere. It's kind of interesting how we're able to get all these different errors with designations now. Umbreon VMAX. I know what you guys are probably thinking. Why would you buy this? You know what? I decided to go ahead and buy one. This seems to be one of the most proven cards out there. Like, it's kind of crazy. But I paid, I want to say $2,300, $2,400, something like that for this. Or maybe it's $2,200. And I thought it was a decent deal. I mean, it seems to be pretty liquid for whatever grade it is in. English, I want to say $1,700-$1,800, something like that. So I did pay, what, I guess like a 20% premium, something like that. Maybe a little bit more for the Pristine. So I'm going to put one in my collection, set it back. We'll just see what happens. You know, maybe I'll buy some more. Who knows? If you have a Pristine Umbreon VMAX, if you guys can get me hooked, maybe I'll end up buying more of them. I'd probably be closer to like 90% of value at this point, though, since I do have one in my collection. But if you do have one and you want to sell it, let me know. Maybe we can work something out. Leon's Charizard, I believe this is just a nice Charizard card. So if I can get it for cheap enough, I'm going to pick up a few here and there. Picked up a Rocket Scyther EX in Gem Mint 10. Got a Raichu in a Gem Mint 10. And then another Snorlax in a Gem Mint 10. So those were nice just to add back to the collection. Maybe I'll end up selling some of them. But as I told you guys, we're going to open up some Surging Sparks packs. These are loose, so they have no guaranteed pull rates. We could pull nothing, or who knows, maybe we'll pull 3 SIRs. That would be fun. I doubt that's going to happen. All right, pack number 1. Man, last night, my wife and I were woken up like dead of night. Crazy noise going outside, but we think it was like a pack of coyotes, like right in our backyard. God, man, they were hooping and hollering, making all kinds of crazy noise, which I ran outside because we pretty much recognized it, thought that might be what it was. I did see a coyote the other day out here, and you know, we've got cats and we got dogs, so we want to make sure that they're, you know, taken care of. Because when you wake up and you hear that noise, you don't know if it's them hollering or if it's your own dogs, you know, in a fight with them. But it was cold. Ran outside and, you know, was looking for it. The light wouldn't come on. It was nice and cold. Then we hear something running around the woods. Ooh, there we go. There's a nice hit. Got an Alolan Executor EX. But I think everybody was fine, so. Went back to bed after that. Well, we tried to anyways. I think my wife ended up getting up after about an hour. Just stayed up for the rest of the morning. Because I got up about 5:30. Which, I've been trying to get up earlier, but that's typically earlier than I'll wake up on my own unless I have an alarm. Yeah. Last night we went with the kids to the Asheville Arboretum. Or Arboretum. If you know, you're talking like Dexter's Laboratory. Dexter's Laboratory. And that was kind of fun. It had lights all over the place. It's something that we do with James and Ayla, if you guys recognize them from the live videos. Got a second hit. Nice art rare with a spiel. But it was cold, dude, and windy. We're not used to sub 30 with high winds this time of year. The windshield just ate right through to us. All right, 2 packs to go. Last chance to pull the Pika. Nothing there. Well, I hate not ending on a hit, so let me just grab a few. I'll grab a few 151 packs. we'll open these up until we get one more hit. There it is, Golem EX. Not the best hit to finish on, but we got one. I know that this is the art rare, but I'm going to say that the Alolan Executor was the best hit out of the three. Guys, hope you have a great weekend. Maybe I'll see you Tuesday. And I hope that we have Terrestrial Festival booster boxes available. I don't know how much they're going to be yet, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun.